We can scoop it up. So somebody said they have declarations I can borrow. Blub says, and blub by blub I mean, should I just call you tutor tweet, man? Yeah, I mean, like, we just need more of it, I think. I don't know what I cut. Maybe the main board negate. Maybe the clashes. I mean, everything is standard. So very creature-oriented. Just one of the reasons why I haven't been playing much of it. Okay, if I did have more copies of that spell, what would I run instead? I actually feel like the Ojutai is fine in the sideboard. That was the original plan. And I don't really like wraps, if I can help it. I mean, that right there would be a bunch more declaration in stone, even so. What's up, Johnny? Johnny, do you have my elf deck? That would be awesome. A couple people were asking if I played elves the other day, and I said yes, but I can't show them the deck. Also, did you win a lot of events with it? Let me know. I mean, honestly, that would probably be the other card slots. Just be a bunch of declarations in stone. Just call you Blub? Got it. Well, we looked great when we were winning turn 0, right, guys? It would probably look just like that. What's up, big boss? Yeah, this deck's a lot of fun. I do like the rattle chains. The Clash of Wills actually has a sweeter spot later in the curve, but that's beside the point. Are we playing here standard blue-white control? Not exactly. I like the surgery, though. That was funny. It had plenty of targets against that last opponent, at least. Let me hop in. I haven't done super well. Eventually just got swamped. Well, that's lame. If you're able to finally play the deck now, you're welcome to borrow it for a little bit longer if you're actually going to play it. But if you're not going to play it, send it to somebody who will. I mean, I would do that, maybe. Or that. Or... Hang on a second. Alright, I'm having a change of heart. I am. Having a change of heart. I mean, surgery just strikes me as a sideboard card anyway. And then we could mainboard either the Moonlight or another Watching. I like bringing in the other Watching when we know the opponent is on... Honestly, if I had more copies of this, I'd be running more copies in the 75 just in general. Moonlight's a very flexible card. It's very good in the current standard, I would assume. Just being able to hose both tokens and collect a company seems nice. I wouldn't necessarily main deck it, but could even just do that. Older computers don't handle combo. Most old computers don't handle Moto very well just due to the memory leak issues. Big boss is always 2 Watchings. Alright, well, until we have these decks, whether I have to borrow them or buy them, I don't think we should play the deck. It just feels like we just are missing our removal spell. When you play these kind of critter decks, you want to have at least one relatively decent removal spell. Try some snares. Snare because it's instant speed. Try snares, try silks. You're talking about stasis, right? Stasis is interesting because it lets us continue to operate at instant speed, which, yeah, a couple of those. which is stasis snare. It lets us operate at instant speed, which is nice, even though it's white. That's important, I guess. Johnny says, I like snare. Yeah, snare lets us continue to operate at instant speed. I think when this deck is at its strongest is when you have a chains on the table. I think the deck is weaker when you don't have chains. So this is fine in the current standard? Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying, I guess the nice thing about it is instant speed, and we can continue to operate at instant speed. We can try these. I'm not opposed to it. Yeah, I just don't have the declarations, so we can try that instead. Please do the tweet. I'd love to borrow them because I think in some ways the deck is still better. Declaration in Stone is still better. So if you have a chance to tweet, let me know. Or blub, as I should say now, I guess. He's going to take bishops. It's the only target here. Thanks to your tweet. Appreciate you, Blub. Oops. I should have played the Port Town, even though it lets him know what we drew. I think. Strangler? Okay. He does have an exiled card from the Transgress. That's neat. Excuse me. Feels a little threat light this game, but I think we'll draw out of this, I hope. And if we don't, we don't. It's okay. So Abzan Drazi. Block Drazi. Apply Thought Nuts here. Yes. Okay. He'll take the declaration. I never draw. We're not drawing out of this one, unfortunately. I don't think. Actually, the Fall Arena Bratsuit. I don't think we're going to draw out of this one, team. And that's okay. I mean, as sweet as Dispel can be in other formats, it just may not be conducive to a format like this. I might just be better off main decking the Ojutai. Main deck the Dragon Lord. I mean, I think when Dispel is good, it'll be very good. But there are probably some matchups where people are just going to smash face with creatures. And the Dispel will do nothing. Or little to nothing. Alright, Shepherd. Okay, now we have some shenanigans. Now we have some play. We should bolster the Anafenza, I think. Or Moto's going to choose for me. Okay. That's fine. Just play some negates. Okay. I think negate's fine. Spatial contortion. I mean, I'm tempted to just shepherd that. This car seems neat. I like it as an engine. Take it. Go to 6. What do you got? Watching does some interesting things here. So I don't think I can continue to do shenanigans with the Shepherd. He's just going to beat down and we die. Whereas if I go watching into bounce, we're looking good. Like block bounce. I can't do Anafenza plus watching. I think it's watching plus swing plus Shepherd activation. Excuse me. Let's let our blocks be decent, and then if I have to, I can Shepherd the Illuminator. Puts him to 8. I mean, sure, the Illuminator doesn't have much synergy going on the table unless we see some Investigate. But I will say that it's a nice body. It does fly. So I'm not too displeased with the card. It's just I just needed something to be in the 2 slot. There is a 2/2 in white. So he's going to strangle before blockers. Okay. But it doesn't actually kill my creatures. It just makes their blocking more awkward. Like, because here we have a couple options. I can, like, block this Strangler with the Illuminator, and then I get to block on the Thought-Knot Seer, but blink this, so we don't lose it. Seems fine. I mean, what's cool about this guy is he can even return himself. Usually what they do with these creatures is it's another. Granted, I'm losing the 1/1 counter from the Anafenza. Big boss says eat a Strangler. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Eat Strangler, bounce. And that's kind of the nice thing about the Shepherd. Do we have a removal spell he wants to spend on this guy? That's fine. I mean, if you were gonna do that, I mean, I think we're still toast because we just didn't draw enough critters. Okay, Stasis Snare on the Thought-Knot Seer draws us a card. Well, this attack is free. It's vigilant. I mean, the Stasis Snare draws me a card. Alright, because the Thought-Knot leaves, we'll draw a card, and then see where that takes us. I mean, I would do it now, just to maybe get a land drop, even. Chains. Okay.